Over a third of the world's countries have borders that are still disputed or unresolved, affecting millions of people worldwide. Border formation starts with natural boundaries like rivers. Rivers often separate lands. People settle near rivers for water. This leads to distinct groups forming. Over time, these groups develop unique identities. For example, a river can provide a clear dividing line. Historical border disputes often involve past agreements. Old treaties can be unclear or open to interpretation. For instance, a treaty from the 1800s may not account for natural changes. This can lead to disagreements over land ownership. A country may claim land based on a historical document. Local communities can be affected by these ongoing disputes. Geographic features like mountains serve as border markers. Mountains are natural barriers that separate lands. Trees and rocks mark these borders clearly. For instance, a large stone wall can define a border. Local communities use these markers to navigate borders. People rely on these features to determine their location. Cultural and linguistic differences often influence border creation. Shared languages can unite people across borders. Local dialects develop over time, shaping identities. For example, a community speaking a unique dialect may seek autonomy. This can lead to the formation of a new border, separating the community from others. Language barriers can also affect border crossings, as people may need translation services. Economic factors play a big role in border determination. Trade routes often follow existing borders. For example, a major road can define a border. Resources like rivers support local economies. Access to these resources can shape border decisions. Economic activity helps maintain border stability. International law helps countries resolve border disputes peacefully. Organizations provide a framework for negotiations. The goal is to find mutually beneficial solutions. For instance, a commission may establish a clear border definition. This process involves consulting historical records and geographic data. Experts work together to create a fair and stable border agreement. Border negotiation often starts with trust building between parties. They may share meals together to establish a connection. Finding common interests helps parties work towards a solution. For example, two countries may both want to protect a shared wildlife area. This shared goal can lead to a peaceful border agreement. By working together, countries can create a border that benefits both sides. Technological advances improve border mapping accuracy. Satellites provide detailed images of landscapes. Special computers process large amounts of geographic data quickly. This helps create precise border definitions. For example, a team uses software to analyze satellite images and create a map. This map shows exactly where a border lies. Local populations are affected by border changes every day. People may cross borders to shop or work. For instance, a farmer sells produce in a nearby town. The town is now on the other side of a new border. This affects the farmer's daily routine and income greatly. As a result, local trade and economies can be impacted significantly. Understanding how borders are determined can help us appreciate the complexities of international relations and the impact on local communities.